Hello and welcome to my toadstool where I talk about all things fae, fairy, and fantasy. If any of that magic interests you, then please like and subscribe. Today I am doing an in-progress video, which is where I show off some of the projects that I've been working on that I'm not completed with, and some of my ideas on how to finish them. So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about is really exciting for me because it's mermaid themed and I absolutely love everything mermaid, but also because it's recycled. I try to do a lot of my projects as upcycles as much as I can because I really like reusing things and collecting things and not throwing anything away. So this is actually a cover that I made out of a grocery bag butt. So I'll show you what I mean if you can't already tell from here because I did paint it. But when you have a grocery bag that you buy from the store, the very bottom part of the grocery bag is what I used, and I cut off one from one bag and I cut off another one, and then I put the two bag butts together and I sewed around the edges. So that's how I made my journal cover, and it's nice and thick, and I covered it with gesso. And I really liked the look of the gesso sticking out from the main color. So I colored over it just so that it would kind of give it like, I don't know, like a messy feel. I really like the effect that it came out with. And so I did that for the cover, and I picked out the pages that I want to use, but they're not sewed in yet. I'm going to just do one signature down the middle for this junk journal. But this is like a vintage magazine. And so I've been collecting this for years and years, and I've been waiting for something special to use it on because it's just so beautiful, and I only have one of them. And it's pretty old. I think it's from like the 70s. I don't remember exactly. But this is what I thought might be really pretty for the cover. The only thing that I'm working on is trying to figure out how to make this a little bit less bumpy because of the edge of the bag. So I was thinking maybe I'll put like a flat piece of paper and glue it first and then do it, or maybe like cardstock. But I'll just show you a couple of the pages that I'm using for this journal. I have like this really pretty textured one that looks like wood. And I'm going to do like a full video that just shows everything once it's like completely done. So I'm not doing a complete flip through, but obviously like this is gosh, I cannot speak words. This is in progress, so I'm not done. But once everything is completed and I have like all the decorations in here, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys how it looks when it's all put together. And then also, if you want to check out my DIY playlist, I'm going to show you guys how to make some of the ephemera that I have in here. So that's the first one. The second one that I have is a tote bag, and I sketched out the design for the tote bag. It says, hello, tweet thing, instead of like, hello, sweet thing. I did tweet with the cute little bird. It's kind of hard to tell because it's in pencil, but the full tote bag has a bird cage on it. So I'm going to paint this probably with acrylic paint, and then wash it and give it like a worn effect. Or I'm going to use fabric paint to keep it more vibrant, but I haven't decided yet, so that's why this one's in progress. If you guys have ideas for projects, I would love to hear about them in the comments below. The next one I have is a rock. So I painted the rock white, and then I decided to cover it with like an Art Deco kind of themed style. So this is a woman with like really pretty like orangish gold hair and some like floral pattern. And the reason that this one is in progress is because when I did her skin tone, she came out a little bit on the pinker side. She doesn't really look like she has a natural skin tone. So I left this to the side until I can figure out a better way to mix skin tone color. So this one I'm probably going to work on this week and hopefully have it in my shop by the end of the week. And if you really like any of the projects that I'm showing you, I would go to my Etsy shop. It's linked in the description below, and favorite it so that you get updates when I post new items. The fourth one that I want to talk about is another journal. So this is actually used from handmade paper. I didn't hand make the paper, but I like bought a set of handmade paper that was really super thick. So if you look at it, you can see that there's like quite a bit of texture. And I just cut out little pieces of it and I glued it together. So this has like a 3D. I don't know if 3D is the right word for this, but it looks more like a real door. And it's supposed to be like a secret fairy doorway to like a little cottage. And the reason this one's in progress is because I was wondering if I should paint this to look like an actual like cottage, like with maybe like some brick or something. But I really like that this is like metallic and it looks really magical. So I don't want it to look like very dark and then have it kind of look out of place. But I had another idea of maybe covering it in moss, like just the front of the journal, because I think the purple and the green look really well together, and it would almost look like it's like a hidden door, and then maybe do like a little sign that says fairies only. And the inside is just blank pages, so you can draw or write. You can do whatever you want on the inside. All right, that's my fairy journal. And the last one that I want to talk about, my last project, is Goblin Confetti. I'm sure you guys probably already know what Goblin Confetti is if you're into like the Goblin core, fairy core, cottage core, all of that kind of stuff for like aesthetics. But I've been collecting little things in this bin for a really long time. And a lot of it is like broken pieces of jewelry, or like these are these cool like resin pieces. My cousin's wife makes resin art, and she had like a bunch of like these projects that she didn't finish that she didn't want anymore, so she gave them to me. And so I made things like little keychains out of them. And I'm thinking with these little circle ones, because they have, oh, this one isn't it. Okay, so like this one, this is just plain because I think it's supposed to be like a chess piece, but this one has Gemini on it. So a lot of these ones have zodiac signs, and I thought it would be super cute to make earrings out of them. So I'm not sure if I want to sell these individually as earring sets, or if I'm just gonna make little like keychains like I did with this one and put them in my Goblin Confetti. But this one was originally supposed to be an earring, and I made a ton of these, but I didn't really like the feel of this being an earring because it's covered in Mod Podge, and the back side of it, it just is, I don't know. I don't like how the color looks with the like shiny plastic as an earring, but it's like really delicate and cool. So I was thinking maybe I could just put this in my Goblin Confetti, and then other people can use them in their own art projects when they're like exploring the little doodads that I put in there. So if anybody has like a really cute idea for these, they can just go ahead and work them into their craft projects. And I found like these cute little things when I was like going through my house, like little toys that I just thought were adorable and small. These cute little like fabric flowers. And I'm definitely going to put some like little jars in here, but I have like these little marbly gems. And this is like my personal collection of my own like Goblin Confetti. I have like little wax seals, but I'm going to make more wax seals, and I'll do a video showing you guys how I do my wax seals. But this one actually I popped off from a tea bag, and it was from a seller that I found on Etsy. And if I find her shop again, I'll link it below because her tea blends are so good. And my idea for these little doodads is I'm going to put them in these little baggies. And I only have one of these, so I haven't decided if I'm going to like sew my own or if I'm going to buy a bunch more. But I just think like these little bags of like doodads would be so cute to have in my shop. Those are my 5 current projects. If you liked any of them, be sure to follow my shop and check out all of the other cool stuff that I have. And if you'd like to support me while I do my YouTube videos, I would really love for you to buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. If you have any ideas for projects, like I said, please put them in the comment section below, and I'll give you a shout out if I really like the idea and I show it in a video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a sparkly day. Goodbye.